Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another session of This is Maggie. It's a pleasure having you here once again. How are you? How is the family? How is the job for those of us that are still working? Um, how are things generally? For those of us here in Santiago, we're still under the lockdown. I believe some other parts of the world, you started going to work or started going to school. I believe the Lord will keep you safe and sound in the name of Jesus. Well, today we're going to take off on a slightly different note, a continuation of what we were talking about last week. I got some feedbacks and some questions were asked, and I said, okay, I was going to address those questions this week. I addressed marriage last week and what to look out for in a marriage, what your marriage should be like, what consists of a marriage generally. That was what we talked about last week. And so today I want to talk about the the singles, those that are waiting to be married, those that are searching to be married. Um, it's something interesting and something exciting actually. When you're single and you meet your woman or your man and you start, dating. It's something interesting, but it's also something dangerous if you fall into the hands of the wrong person or the person that God has not dedicated for you or decided for you. So today there are some points that we're going to look at to talk about and say, I've titled it Before I Say I Do, or Before You Say I Do. Before you say I do, because I've already said I do, and there's no other time I'm going to say that again. Before you say I do, to the singles, to those searching, to parents, how to guide your children, your girls, your boys. I believe parents should be involved in this too because it's a very delicate issue. It's something that could determine your entire life. Marriage, it's something that could determine your entire life. It could even determine where you spend eternity. Actually, when you miss it in marriage, it's like you've missed almost everything, and that's not what God wants for you. God wants you to, when you're married, you are happy, you are joyous, you are blooming in it. It's not something that you're supposed to be struggling in, because it's an institution that God has has put together, an institution where your faith is tried and put under pressure. It's an institution that God has established for mankind to enjoy. So there are some things that we should look out for, some red lines that we should look out for before we get into marriage. And so today we're going to start off with the first point, and it's when you meet your spouse. I'm talking to both male and female now. When you meet your spouse, you are supposed to be good friends. First and foremost, don't marry a stranger and hope that you'll be able to be compatible over time. It won't work. It won't work because, I mean, you can't change anybody. So right from the beginning, if you know that when you get married to this person or you're being together with this person, it's not something that you can go down with, and you see some attitudes, some characters that you know that you can't cope with, then don't go into it. It is normally said that you don't start what you cannot finish. You know, start with a solid foundation of love. Agreed. The people say, "Oh, love is blind." Love is blind. Agreed. But when you get married, man, you have to go in with your eyes open. You go in with your eyes open. You go in. You don't go in and say love is blind, and because of that you just fall headlong. No, you have to start with the person being your friend. Marry your friend. Don't marry a stranger. Marry somebody that you can share values. You share the same values. you have the same common interest, and somebody that you trust. If your relationship from beginning is not based on trust, then forget it. It's not going to work. You should be able to trust each other, you know. Be friends, laugh together, play together, and make fun. There are some people that can't take a joke. And if you're the type that make fun all the time, such person gets irritated, such person gets angered easily. Those are red lines you should look out for. Then it means you're not compatible. Don't say, oh, they're little things, it doesn't matter. It matters. Because on the long run, when you won't be able to tolerate it anymore, then the problem starts. And by then you're already in it. So as a young person, dating, look out for this. The person should be your friend right from the beginning. It should be built on trust. You should be able to share the same values, the same common interest. If, like, before I got married, I didn't like football, but my husband likes football, and I got married to him, and I love football right now. In fact, right now I even tell him more about football than he tells me. Marriage actually is something nice when you can give and take. It's interesting when you are not selfish, when everything is not about you, but you also put the other person into consideration. Number two, I would say, don't expect your partner to change. If you meet somebody that is easily angered, don't expect that, oh, when you get married, the person is going to change. Marriage doesn't change people. Marriage actually brings out that thing that is in that person. That's the truth. It brings out the thing in the person. If that person is rude, don't assume that, oh, when we get married, he or she is going to calm down. No, that's the way that person is. And if you know you can't tolerate it from beginning, don't go into it. Break off that relationship. Like my pastor used to say, a broken relationship is much better than a broken marriage. So right from day one, when you see that those characters are there, don't think that, oh, this person has this problem, this character, and I'll be able to cope. Oh no, we're in love, he's going to change. No, the changes don't come. Instead, it's what's inside that comes out. If you're marrying somebody with a problem, with anger issue, don't think that the person is going to change. If you're going out with somebody that doesn't respect people, don't think that he or she is going to change. When you're going out with somebody, watch out for the way he treats other people, because the way he treats other people is the same way he's going to treat you. Don't assume that, oh, he loves me, and yes, he loves you. But when things turn sour, what happens? Will he still be the same person that you got married to? Or will she still be the same person that you got married to? Don't wake up and say, oh, my partner just changed one day. No. The person didn't change. It is that thing that is in that person that is actually coming out. If the person is temperamental, he will always be temperamental. If he has jealousy issues, he will always be jealous. If he has trust issues, if he feels he cannot trust you, he can't let you go, and you be yourself, then it's going to get worse when you get married. So those are red lines to look out for. Number 3, you should be able to communicate consistently. Communication is everything. Communicate about everything. Talk about everything. Laugh over it, talk over it, and thrash it out while you are dating. Not when you're married. You don't keep something secret until you're married, because eventually it will blow out. If you have a secret in your life that you're uncomfortable with sharing with your partner or whatever, then you should watch it, because eventually it will find its way out. And then when it does, what happens? By then it might be too late. It could cause problems later in the future down the road. Get it out of the open when you are dating and lay it down. It's either the person takes you the way you are, or the person takes a walk. That's it. Don't say, oh, we'll be going out for 100 years and so we have to be together. No. Correct things during relationships. If you can't do it at that time, then it's difficult. It will become difficult when you're eventually married. Sometimes people just say, oh, they woke up and it's like their partner is changing. My husband is changing, or my wife has changed. She's not the same person I got married to years ago. She didn't change, he or she didn't just change overnight. No. The change has been there, it has been a gradual thing. But because you don't communicate, you couldn't, you didn't notice. So we should always, learn to communicate. When dating, communicate. Talk about everything and anything constantly. Through opportunities, talk. Communication is key. Be honest with each other. Discuss about everything. Discuss about sex, discuss about money, discuss about children, discuss about in-laws, discuss about your careers, discuss about politics, discuss about your faith. Because there are so many fake people, in church today. They go to church, they say, oh, they want to get a good husband or a good wife and they go into church, but they're not actually Christians. Discuss about everything. Discuss about money. Money issues is the number one issue that makes people go apart or go their separate ways after marriage. Finance issues. Talk about it. Talk about children. How many children are we going to have? Discuss it. I discussed it, or we discussed it before we got married. We decided we were going to have a certain number of children, and that was it. Discuss about in-laws. In-laws are another reason why couples break up. Discuss about it. Discuss who and who you can accommodate apart from your immediate family. It's not something about the man's family or the woman's family. No, discuss it together before getting into marriage. Those are things that are very serious serious that couples should be able to sort out while dating before getting into marriage. Value your partner. If your partner or your date doesn't value you when you are dating before getting married, he's not going to value you even when you're married, or she's not going to value you when you're married. If he doesn't respect you when you're dating, even when you're married, he's not going to respect you. Don't expect that he's going to change or she's going to change. If she's rude right now, she's going to be rude even when you're married. Don't think that marriage will change her. Marriage doesn't change people. It brings out what's inside them. So when you see those red lines, make a choice. Make a choice. Think about it. Should I stay or should I go? When things like that come up and you start thinking, should I stay or should I go? Your marriage will have a better chance of success if you're both committed to fixing the problem. Or your relationship. Are you committed to fixing the problem? Or if it can't be fixed, let the relationship go before marriage. It's very important. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Think about it. What kind of a man am I getting married to? What kind of woman am I getting married to? A man should not be thinking about getting married if he's not financially stable. When I say financially stable, I don't mean you should be, owning the whole world. But you should be able to take care of your responsibilities without looking at the woman. And the woman, before getting married, shouldn't be a financial liability on her partner. You should be able to stand on your feet. You should be able to. There are things that you, as a woman, should be able to take care of. You should have the same views. You should be able to talk to each other. You should be able to laugh over things. Those things are like a glue that glues the relationship. You should be able to find hobbies that both of you like doing together. Watching football, going to movies, and things like that. It shouldn't be just work, and then maybe you see once in a week and we just talk 5-10 minutes and that's it. You will never get to know the person. Of course, one never gets to know each other. Even in marriage, you're still knowing each other. But at least during a relationship, you put in every effort to get to know the person at least 50% or 60 to 70%. You know, you should be able to play around, laugh, make fun. My husband jokes a lot, I joke a lot, and we just laugh over it. There are some people that can't take it. Some people can't take jokes. Those things are the glue that forms a relationship. It's not just I see a woman today and I get married to her tomorrow without knowing her. There are some women that are good in business. There are some men that can't allow their wives to work. Are you the type that would like to work? And if your man, is the type that would say, no, you cannot work when we're married, are you sure you can take it? If you can't take it, break the relationship. It's not a do or die thing. There's some people like that are career minded. They like going out. They like going forward. There are some men that don't feel secure with their wives, going on such adventures. They want her to be home, to be the homely type, be home and be my wife and take care of the children. And there are some women that can't take that. That alone has caused a lot of people to go their separate ways because they didn't settle it when they were dating. Marry someone that you have the same, you can work things out together with. Not somebody that is talking to the left and the other one is talking to the right. Different opinions. That shouldn't be the case. Marry somebody that you'll be able to stand and say, yes, that is my wife. I can let her go anywhere. And you as a man can be able to stand and say, yes, as a woman, you say, yes, that is my husband. I can let him go anywhere without suspicion. Don't be clingy. Don't be holding tight. Don't be asking, where are you coming from? Where are you going? Who called you? Where did you go? Who did you speak to? What are you doing? Who sent you a message? Who sent you a text message? Who are you calling? I mean, if one is like that, then the person has trust issues. You're insecure, and there are so many people like that. And most of the time we see this and it's like, oh, because we're in love, we just blow over it. Say, no, it's gonna pass. He will change or she will change. You're making a mistake. That person is not going to change. If you know you can't take it from beginning, then break the relationship. Always look for somebody that is compatible with you, that you share the same views. You see a woman, she comes out dressed, beautifully dressed. She likes making her hair, she likes wearing makeup, and you eventually get married to her. And then you say, no, once you get married, you change and say, no, you can't put on makeup. You can't put on this dress. You can't do your hair this way. You have turned to a boss and not a leader. And nobody likes to be bossed. Once you begin to boss somebody, there is always a resistance. The person will put up a resistance. That is very true. Once you begin to boss somebody, the person will put up a resistance. Be a leader. Right from your relationship, be a leader. Be a leader. Be a leader. Because marriage is not for young children. When I mean young children, I don't mean I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about mind. Because some people they're old enough, but they're not matured. So please, I would advise you to get married to somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can look up to, somebody that can protect you, somebody that can stand for you. There are some people, they can't stand for their spouse in front of their family. When your family is putting up a fight against you and your spouse, you can't stand for your wife, you can't stand for your husband. That shouldn't be the case. And I would like to say something else. Please don't go into a family that you are not loved. There are some families that, don't go in. The signs are there. Don't say, I didn't know or I didn't see it. No, the signs are there. The signs are always there. But most times, because we're overwhelmed by emotions just blinds our eyes and we just go into it headlong. Don't go into a family where you are not accepted, where you are not loved. Don't force it. Be yourself. Be who you are. It's either you're accepted or you're not. There are a lot of people that have gone into wrong relationships today. And today they are fighting it. They're praying. They're fasting. They're not happy. It's not supposed to be so. As a woman, if you're not financially stable, please get your head together. Don't go and be don't turn your man into an ATM machine. Be financially stable. Do something. Before you get married, begin to think, what can you do to earn an extra income? Apart from the fact that your husband is responsible, he's taking care of you and all that. What else can you do to make in income? What else can you do to bring in extra income that will make you happy? It might not be much, but something is coming in. You're doing something. You're not just sitting there and waiting for your husband to do everything for you. Finance is a very important issue. And most of all, handle it in prayer. Don't just go into it straight. There are so many red lines. There are so many people that they look good on the outside, but on the inside, no, they're not. There are so many ladies that cannot handle their man talking to another lady. Maybe a colleague or just a friend. There are so many men that cannot handle their woman talking to another man. With no strings attached, maybe a colleague, a friend, a neighbor. They can't handle it. They have trust issues. Watch it before you fall into it. God knows the heart of every man. We might not know, but God knows, and He will direct us. He always shows us. I prayed fervently before I met my husband. I don't want somebody that will stress me. No. I want to enjoy my marriage. And by the grace of God, I might not have everything I want, but I am enjoying it. The things that money cannot buy is present. There's nothing as important as peace of mind. There's nothing as important as the joy of the Lord. So my sister, my brother, God knows the heart of every man. Just as it says in Psalm 38, sorry. God knows the heart of every man. So please, I encourage you to please watch it before you go into it. Psalm 38 verse 9. Watch it before you go into it. And it says, all my longing, let me take off my glasses. All my longings lie open before you, O Lord. My sighing is not hidden from you. My heart pounds, my strength fails me. Even the light has gone from my eyes. I encourage you today. God knows the heart of every man. You might not know, but God knows. Ask for divine direction. Ask for God to bring that woman to you. Ask for God to bring that man to you. Don't allow love to becloud your eyes, to blind you. Because if you go in blind, my dear, when the worries come, when the taste becomes sour, you know that love cannot quench that. When the fire begins to burn, it becomes difficult. God bless you. As you go into your marriage, I believe God has somebody special for you out there. Somebody that He has ordained for you. Don't rush into it. Take your time. Don't rush into it because your friend is married, or because your brother is married, or because your sister is married. Everybody have their own time. And I believe the Lord will bless you. Thank you. See you some other time. Remember, subscribe to this channel, share the link, and give a like to this video. Thank you.